Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now, this is a response video to Sammy G's World of Cinema because Sammy very kindly tagged me to do my own 31 days of horror movies, by which I mean like I'll talk about each 31 horror movies for each for the 31 days. Yeah. Okay. So before I start, guys, I'd just like to make one thing clear. I'm not going to talk about me favourites, not like the Hammer, the Amicus, movies like that, Universal, because I've talked about them quite a lot, on my channel. But what I am going to do, which I'm sure most of you will find useful, I'm going to give you 31 horror movies that you might not have seen. Quite some rare gems here, guys. So I always enjoy doing that. Recommend horror movies to me subscribers, which they mightn't have seen. So there might be quite a few in this lot what you might be familiar with, and so you might like to check out. Okay then, guys, without further ado, I'm just going to start with number 31. If you'll excuse me if I keep looking to the left here, but what I've done, I'll put them all down one page, like from 31 to 1. They're not in any specific order, just in case, like, obviously yourself doing a video of this nature, you can forget like what number came before and what's next. Okay then, guys, so the first one I'd like to show you is fantastic movie from the early 70s, and that is The Tombs of the Blind Dead. If you haven't seen this movie, guys, I highly recommend you check it out. It's a fantastic movie, very, very original. Zombies, like, because they ride horses and that, and very, very well done, beautiful scenery. They actually made I think it's about 5 of these movies now, and I enjoyed every single one of them except the later one what they made later on and that. But yeah, if you love like your zombie movies and that set on the continent and that, this is a fantastic movie, and virtually everybody I've spoken to about it who's seen it likes it and that, so yeah, so if you don't like this movie, and if you're a horror fan, well, I don't know what to say. So that's the first one I'd like to show you guys, from 1971, and that is The Tombs of the Blind Dead. Fantastic movie. You definitely got to put this in your collection. Okay, moving on to number 30, another great movie, starring one of my favourite female American actresses, Linda Day George. This is from 1981, and that's a movie called Mortuary. Really atmospheric movie, this, guys. Very, very creepy movie, and this is a beautiful edition, from MVD, lovely slipcover. There's no reversible artwork, guys. It's just got the same one, yeah. So what I'll do, guys, I'll read you a little bit of the synopsis on each one, and that just to give you a better idea of the movie, yeah. Real life husband and wife Linda Day George and Christopher George star along with Bill Paxton in this chilling tale of horror-filled nightmares that come startlingly close to reality. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Very, very creepy movie. That is Mortuary. Highly recommended. Right, moving on to number 29. Now, this is one of my all-time favourite movies, guys, and I never get tired of watching this. It's more of a psychological thriller than an out-and-out horror movie, but all fantastic. Roger Moore is brilliant in it, and that is The Man Who Haunted Himself from 1970. Yeah, if you like doppelganger movies, guys, this is the great one. This is one of the best doppelganger movies I've ever seen. Roger Moore plays this businessman, Pelham, and one day he gets this sort of like strange urge to speed his car along the motorway, which culminates in a crash. And when he comes to on the operating table, it seems to suggest that he's released an evil alter ego of himself. Great movie. I'd even go as far as to say this is my all-time favourite doppelganger movie, starring the late great Sir Roger Moore. So there you go, guys. That is The Man Who Haunted Himself. This was also an episode of Alfred Hitchcock, the old TV series and that. Yeah, a slightly different take on it, but there you go. That is The Man Who Haunted Himself. Okay then, guys, moving on to 28. We've got a movie here from directed by Roman Polanski, who was married to Sharon Tate. Now, this is from 1965, and it touches very, very intensely on the problem of mental illness and that, and a fantastic movie, and that is a movie called Repulsion. There you go, guys. Great edition, this, from Criterion, and yeah, really enjoyed this one. Very, very psychological movie and that, very dark atmosphere in black and white, and yeah, Roman Polanski followed up his international breakthrough, Knife in the Water, with this controversial, chilling tale of psychosis. Catherine Deneuve as Carol, a fragile, frigid young beauty cracking up in her London flat when left alone by her vacationing sister, She soon haunted by spectres, real and imagined, and insanity grows to a violent, hysterical pitch. So there you go, guys, from 1965, sorry, in black and white. That is Repulsion. Okay then, guys, we're moving on to film 27 now, and again a great little movie from the mid 1960s, actually 1966, starring the lovely Sharon Tate, David Niven and Deborah Carr, and that is a movie called Eye of the Devil. It's a kind of a folk horror movie, guys, set on the continent, and Sharon Tate is fantastic in this as an evil witch character. You know, David Hemmings plays her brother and that, you know, with the bow and arrow and that, you know, and it really enjoy this every time I watch it. It's an absolute classic from from the mid-60s, yeah. A forbidding French chateau and its surrounding vineyards are the setting for gothic thrills in this haunting excursion into the occult, yeah. So there you go, guys. Fantastic movie, starring the late great Sharon Tate, who looks absolutely gorgeous in this. So there you go. That is Eye of the Devil. Okay then, guys. So we're up to movie 26 now. This has got one chilling story, guys. It's not to be watched on your own at night. The story in it is called Bobby, and it's basically about this woman. She loses her son. He drowns, you know, by the sort of like by a house, and that house is situated near the sea. And what she does she does this like ritual, and she tries to bring him back to life. And then she hears a knock on the door, and she thinks it's her son, Bobby, come back from the dead and that, you know. But it all is not what it seems. That's an anthology movie called Dead of Night. If you haven't seen this movie, guys, and you love anthology movies, I highly recommend you get this one. It's a great one. It's got Bobby. It's got two other stories as well. No Such Thing as a Vampire and Second Chance. So there you go, guys. There's a couple of stills from the movie. Yeah, fantastic little horror anthology movie from 1972, and that is Dead of Night. That the actual story, Bobby, was refilmed again. I think it was in Trilogy of Terror, but this is the best version, guys. Yeah, really chilling story about resurrecting the dead. That is Dead of Night. Right, next one up. This is from another one from the 60s, 1963. That's a movie called Dementia 13. This is Francis Ford Coppola's very first movie. Fantastic movie, like very much along the lines of Psycho. Presented in a high-definition director's cut, Francis Ford Coppola's Dementia 13 is a quintessential gothic horror wrapped in twisted mysteries of a family's deepest, darkest secrets. A widow deceives her late husband's mother and brother into thinking he's still alive when she tends the yearly memorial to his drowned sister, hoping to secure his inheritance. But her cunning is no match for the demented axe-wielding thing roaming around the grounds of the family's Irish estate. Great movie, guys. If you love the 1960s black and white movies, highly recommend you check out this one. It's an absolute classic. That is Dementia 13. Okay, guys, moving on to 24 now. And this is a great psychological horror movie. On the indicator label stars Hayley Mills, George Saunders, Hywell Bennis, based on a novel by Agatha Christie. That's a movie called Endless Night. It's got a great twist in this, guys, what I certainly didn't see coming. Great movie, really actually on the edge of your seat, from 1972. So there you go, as I say, based on the Agatha Christie novel, and that is Endless Night. Okay then, guys, moving on to 23. This is now this is a very, very rare movie, guys. I mean, like even I know quite a lot about horror movies, and I didn't know anything about this one. It stars the lovely Jerry Ryan, Marianne Jean Baptiste, and it's based along. It's kind of a mixture of The Exorcist and the Amityville Horror, and that's a movie called Secrets in the Walls. There you go, guys. Great supernatural movie. If you're into your Exorcist, you're into your The Conjurings and Halloween type haunted house movies, you'll love this one. Secrets in the Walls. It definitely deserves a Blu-ray release. Rachel Easton, played by Jerry Ryan, just purchased a dream home. It's spacious, charming, and offers a new beginning for her and her daughters. But as the days pass, a sinister evil begins to take possession of their lives, and the home's violent past slowly becomes clear. Tormented by terrifying screams and distant scratches and a haunting female figure, Rachel will do everything she can to remove the insidious darkness hell-bent on haunting her family forever. So there you go, guys. Hope, as I say, hope this gets a Blu-ray release one day. That's its Secrets in the Walls, and that is from 2010. Secrets in the Walls. Next up, I thought I'd throw a Christmas horror movie in, guys, as well. This is one of my all-time favourite Yuletide horror movies. Yeah, this is from 1984. Some of you might already have this one. It's a great release here by Scream Factory. That is Silent Night, Deadly Night. There he is, the demented killer, dressed in the Santa garb. And it's got the reversible artwork as well, guys. The iconic poster, Silent Night, Deadly Night, yeah. So there you go, guys. Great little Christmas chiller, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Next up, now I've talked about this movie before on my channel, but I thought I'd throw it in because I'm sure you guys haven't seen this one. It's got two titles. It's from 1965. It's a Spanish movie, but it is in English. It's got the title of La Lamada, and the other title is the Sweet Sound of Death. It's a great movie. It's all about, like the other one I mentioned before, Bobby bringing the dead back to life. Yeah, great movie. It's about this courting couple. They stop by this graveyard and they make a pact that whoever dies first will come back and tell them what the afterlife's like. So shortly after, the lovely blonde girl in this, guys, by the way, she gets killed in a plane crash, or we think she's been killed, and then the boyfriend starts getting mysterious context from her, but I'll leave it there. It's a great one. It's got a great twist as well. Yeah, so there you go, guys. La Lamada, also known as the Sweet Sound of Death. Highly recommended if you love your your creepy 1960s black and white movies. This is a great movie. It really is. Excuse me, guys. Just swig. Okay, guys. Next up, we're moving on to movie 20 now. This is a horror movie set on an airplane. Great little movie, and it's called Plain Dead. It's also called Flight of the Living Dead. Horror and chaos on board a passenger airline, and that, basically everybody just turns into zombies and wreaks havoc on the airplane and that, and they go after the stewardesses and that, and the passengers and that, even the stewardesses turn into flesh-eating zombies. It's a great one. I've got the Blu-ray of this as well. So if you like your horror movies set on airplanes, I highly recommend this one, Plain Dead. Great movie. Okay then, guys, so we're moving on to 19 now. This is another great one on the Code Red label. Some of you might already have this. I think I know some of you do have it, actually. That is Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. Great movie. And really, as you're on the edge of your seat, yeah, fantastic. I really had a real blast watching this one. She is an absolute bloody basket case. She really is, yeah. But I won't say too much about it, guys. I'll let you see the movie for yourselves. It's a great movie. There's the reversible artwork. So there you go, guys. That is Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. Fantastic movie. Okay then, guys. So we're moving on to 18 now. This is a movie from the 1950s, 1958 to be precise. Again, supernatural, very much supernatural overtones, connected with the skull, something like the Peter Cushing movie, The Skull, and this is called Screaming Skull. Fantastic. Yeah, again, I had a real blast watching this one. When widower Eric brings his mentally fragile new bride, Jenny, home to the palatial estate of his first wife, strange things begin to happen. Jenny is certain she's being tormented by Eric's former wife, who died under mysterious circumstances, but no one else seems to hear the ominous screams or sees the rolling skull that comes knocking at the front door. Oh, this is a real chiller, this, guys. If you like your 1950s supernatural movies, I can't recommend this movie enough. That is The Screaming Skull. Love that cover. Okay, moving on to movie 17 now. This is one from the 1970s, the early 1970s, and believe it or not, it stars a comedy star. Well, he's done comedy roles as well. He's done other episodes as well, other movies. Like he was in When the Boat Comes In, but he's most notably known for The Likely Lads, James Bolam. That's a movie called Crucible of Terror, starring Mike Raven as well. I've actually just got this, guys, on Blu-ray in that British movie British movie box set, what I just bought, and that this is a really enjoyable movie. A reclusive artist working in a most unusual medium provides the chills in a classic British horror movie with a terrifying twist. London art dealer Jack Davis is in dire financial straits. He could do with more work from the recluse Victor Clare, an artist whose beautiful bronze statue of a girl fetches a handsome price. When finally the artist agrees to a meeting, Jack and his fiancée Millie jump at the chance to stay at his studio. At Victor Clare's remote coastal homestead next to a reputedly haunted disused tin mine, they meet their host, the bullied childlike wife, a meek family friend, a young model, and the artist himself. Victor is clearly no ordinary artist, and when he chooses Millie as his latest model to be immortalised, the true nature and horror of his deathly creations are about to be revealed. It's a great one, this, guys. Crucible of Terror from 1971. And as I say, I've just got this in the new British Vinegar Syndrome box set that's come out, along with the next one I'm going to show you. So there you go, guys. Great one. Yeah, so this is in the box set as well. A great movie starring Jack Palance, Craze, from 1976. There's the back there, guys. All centering around this idol with malevolent powers. It's got everything. It's got Jack Palance pretending to be English, exclaiming "Jesus Christ Almighty" and picking up dolly birds in a funky psychedelic night spots. Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Or as I say, centering around this idol and that, who Jack Palance, worships. He sacrifices, girls to it, and that. Diana Dawes is in it as well, guys. Yeah, so it's a great one, a great little 1970s horror, and that is Craze. Highly recommended. So now we're moving on to 15 now, guys. Now, although I don't like found footage movies, I did actually like this one. I think this is my favourite found footage movie to date. It's from the producer of the Paranormal Activity and The Purge. Yeah, and it's a great little movie, this. Got some extra features as well, and that's a movie called Creep. It's basically about this guy, this weird guy. He's dying of I think it's like some sort of disease. I think it's cancer, and he gets this video photographer out to film him, make a film of him to show his son and that, as in memory of him. But he once the cinematographer gets there, guys, he starts acting very strange. This guy, he's a real weirdo, and that, he jumps out from everywhere. He frightens him. He puts a werewolf mask on. Oh yeah, gives you the creeps. Like, he's not all there. It's a great little movie, this, guys, and I think this is my favourite found footage movie. There you go, guys. That is Creep, and that is from 2015. Highly recommended, Creep. Okay then, guys, so we're moving on now to 14. This is a great little British indie movie. They've actually made two more, both of which I've enjoyed. The third one slightly more than the second. That's The Curse of Humpty Dumpty. That basically speaks for itself. Yeah, it's all about this Humpty Dumpty doll that's cursed, or is it cursed. Great movie, yeah, highly recommend it if you like your British modern indie movies, yeah. And there you go, that is The Curse of Humpty Dumpty. Next up is movie 13, another movie set on an airplane. This is I've had this quite a few years now, and about this alien parasite that invades this aircraft, and all hell breaks loose. That is Flight to Hell. There you go, guys. Very enjoyable horror on a plane movie. Flight to Hell, highly recommended. As I say, if you like your horror movie set on an airplane, Flight to Hell. Now we've got we're up to 12 now. Now this, guys, I think this guy who actor who played Count Dracula is the nearest to Christopher Lee. This was from 1977. It's a BBC TV movie. It was shot over Christmas. That is Louis Jourdan in Count Dracula. He does a fantastic job playing, Bram Stoker's immortal creation. Fully enjoyed it. The nearest Dracula to Christopher Lee, in my honest opinion. All the rest, apart from Bela Lugosi, all the rest Draculas pale by comparison. Highly recommended if you like your Dracula movies from 1970s. I hope this gets a Blu-ray release. That is Count Dracula. Fabulous Dracula movie. Okay then, guys, so we're up to 11 now. This is a great one, this, it really is. Again, from the 1950s. Great movie. It's all about this guy. He works on this Hollywood set, and he makes monster makeup and that, you know, like for the likes of movies like I Was a Teenage Frankenstein, I Was a Teenage Werewolf. But one day these highbrow executives move in, and he's gonna lose his job because he want to move with the times and that. So he gets really angry and he starts getting the people to kill for him, and like, you know, the people who sort of like in the horror movies and that, you know, he tries to gets them to dress up in the monsters and kill them and that, you know, like the werewolf and Frankenstein. It's a great one, this, guys. It really is, and you really feel sorry for the poor guy, you know, getting his job after all so many years being in the job, getting ousted by these like stuffy executives and that happens a lot, like even now, you know. So there you go, guys. A great little 1950s movie. That is How to Make a Monster. Great movie. Okay then, guys, so we're up to number 10 now. Again, great British indie movie, modern one. I've actually got the sequel here. That is Jack in the Box, about this evil Jack in the Box that you have to kill so many people to satisfy its bloodlust and that, you know. And it comes out of this weird antiquated box and that, you know, and it just basically drags people into the box and kills them and that, you know. Great movie, fantastic movie, Jack in the Box. Really enjoyed it. I hope they make more of these. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so there you go. That is Jack in the Box 1 and Jack in the Box 2. Great if you like your creepy Jack in the Box movies. Okay then, guys, moving on to movie 9 out. Now this movie is actually from the Arrow box set. It came from the Swamp. This is my favourite movie in that set. It's also got a double feature, is Sting of Death, from 1966. That is The Death Curse of Tartu. Great horror movie set in the jungle and that, you know, all centering around this evil shaman and that, you know, and some great kills in this, guys. Yeah, and if you like your jungle horror movies, I highly recommend this one. Yeah, that is The Death Curse of Tartu. Great movie. Okay then, guys, we're up to 8 now. Now, this one is more of like, this is a very weird movie, this, guys. It's got elements of Giallo, it's got elements of Psycho, and oh yeah, and the weird part where we have all the dolls, the mannequins in the woods and that. Oh, it's a really strange movie, but a very, very enjoyable movie. And this is the movie that made me a big fan of Susie Kendall, you know, the girl that was married to Dudley Moore. Yeah, this stars Robert Hoffman, and as I say, Susie Kendall. That's a movie called Spasmo from 1974. Highly recommend it, but as I say, it is a bit strange and that, you know, it's got kind of like, it keeps you thinking, the plot, what's going on and that, you know, but it really enjoyed it. And Susie Kendall, oh, she's fantastic in it, she really is, yeah. So there you go, guys, from 1974, that's a movie called Spasmo. Do check it out. Okay then, guys, number 7 now. Now this is again another British indie horror movie. I love my modern British indie horror movies, don't I? This is a really creepy one, this, guys. It really is. And this is from 2017. That's a movie called Darkness Wakes. Love that cover, guys. Got this quite cheap in Asda. Yeah, Charlotte, a broke college student's house sits for an eccentric couple for a long weekend. That's a rate of £200 per night. At first, she can't believe how lucky she is, but when darkness falls, things start to take a far more sinister turn. So there you go, guys. Very, very creepy movie, you know, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I hope they bring this out on Blu-ray. So there you go, guys. That is Darkness Wakes. Okay then, guys, we are up to number 6 now. This is a great one from 1977. It stars Sandra Locke, John Cassavetes, and it's great. If you like your home invasion movies, they actually remade this, Eli Roth, under the title Knock, but this is the original one, and it's called Death Game, about these 2 psychopathic women knock on this guy's door and that, you know, under the pretext, and I think the cars broke down, and once they get inside his house, oh god, do they torture him, guys. They really do. They're absolute fruitcakes, the pair of them. Death Game, highly recommended. Sandra Locke is fantastic in it, as is the other girl and that, you know, playing the 2 psychotic women. And really enjoyed this movie. It's a great one. I like this better than the remake of Knock. So there you go, guys. Highly recommended. If you like your psycho businesses at the door, you know, home invasion, that is Death Game. Brilliant, brilliant movie. Okay, number 5 on my list, guys, is a fantastic anthology movie from 1945. This was the anthology movie that started it all, guys. It set the templates for future horror anthology movies to come. Always memorable, particularly for the creepy ventriloquist doll, and that is Dead of Night. Fantastic anthology movie, guys. Some great stories here. I love the framing story as well. Great cast as well, including Michael Redgrave, Googie Withers and Mervyn Johns. Yeah, this represented a departure for Ealing from the classic comedy mode, and instead a spooky psychological thriller made up of 5 chilling ghost stories. An architect visits a country house only to get trapped in a recurring nightmare involving tales of the occult told by fellow guests at the manor. A portmanteau work from 4 of Ealing's best directors. So there you go, guys. That's Dead of Night, the horror anthology movie that started it all. Great one. And as I say, the ventriloquist doll segment is so memorable and so creepy. So there you go, Dead of Night. Okay then, guys, we are up to number 4, and this is a great one, guys. Again, set like a jungle setting. It's ages since I watched this one, actually. I love the cover on it. Yeah, that's a movie called The Shrine. Not to be confused with James Herbert's novel, The Shrine. Great movie, and some pretty gory scenes in this, guys. Yeah, brings the fear back to the horror genre. After a young backpacker goes missing, a group of journalists link his disappearance to a remote village famous for its bizarre cult activity and rumours of human sacrifice. Hell-bent on discovering the truth, they travel to the village but quickly find themselves pursued by a mysterious group determined to kill them. Yeah, it's great, this, guys. Full of supernatural twists. Yeah, highly recommended. Yeah, The Shrine, and that is from 2012. Great horror movie, The Shrine. Okay then, guys. I haven't got many left now. Moving on to movie 3. Another anthology movie, guys, I thoroughly enjoyed. Stars Karen Black, and that infamous Warrior Zulu doll that goes on the rampage. Oh yeah, that's my favourite one. Great movie that. This is from 1975. They actually did a sequel to this. That's Trilogy of Terror. Love that cover, guys, and there's some stills from the movie. I love my anthology movies, guys. I love Karen Black. I always have a blast when I watch this one. It's a great one. Yeah, it's just the same cover, guys. Yeah. Yeah, brand new 4K restoration. Legendary producer director Dan Curtis teams up with renowned sci-fi horror writers Richard Matheson and William F. Nolan to present 3 tales of horrific suspense in this highly rated and critically acclaimed made-for-television anthology. Fantastic, yeah. So there you go, guys. Great anthology movie in your collection. That is Trilogy of Terror. Okay then, guys. We've just got 2 more now. So next, number 2. This is a horror movie. I'm just making sure, guys, doing a bit quick now because my phone's starting to run out of space. So I'll just be as quick as I can. Great horror movie set in a supermarket, Intruder. Yeah, a real bloodbath, this one, guys. Highly recommended. This is from 1988. Great movie, that's Intruder. And last but by no means least, another great one starring Carol Lindley, The Shuttered Room, based on a H.P. Lovecraft story. You get that one with it as well. It's starring Roddy McDowall. Fantastic movie, yeah. So if you haven't seen The Shuttered Room, I highly recommend it. Yeah, great movie. Okay then, guys, that's it. That's me 31 movies for Sammy G. Hope you enjoyed it, Sam, and hope all you YouTubers watched it, enjoyed it. I'm sorry to rush it, guys, but I'm just scared of my phone running out of space and that. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I'll leave Sammy's link down below. Guys, check his channel. He's a great guy. He's a great friend. And really enjoyed doing this video for you, Sam. Yeah. Alright then, guys. That's it. Hope you enjoyed all the films and that. You know, check them out if you haven't seen them. Okay. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Take care. Bye for now.